All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Stigma Ends Here podcast, episode number 3. I am one of your hosts, Mike. I am a grateful recovering alcoholic and addict.
What's going on? My name is Travis. I'm an alcoholic addict. We are on episode 3. We are excited for what we have in store tonight. On some other news, we talked to a good friend of the show, B Rain, today. B Rain's done a cross-country tours, doing the We Are Cloud Gang movement. The man's opened up for Macklemore, and he's going to be coming on the show in the next couple weeks. He's going to be answering some Q&As from us. He's also going to be talking about the project that he's on, and we're excited. So, Mike, let him know what we're doing tonight, brother.
Yes. So, hey, that's super exciting, man. I can't wait for that, guys. So make sure you guys stay plugged in, stay tuned in. That should be in the upcoming next couple weeks. Tonight, though, so we put some information out there for everybody to give us some random questions. Not only, I guess, to get to know us better, but whatever goes. So I decided let's make a game out of it, and we'll call it I Plead the Fifth, which neither of us probably really did. No, actually, most of the time did. Most of the time played the fifth, I should say. So we're going to go through a list of questions that were given by the listeners and followers of the podcast. Some are a little strange. Some are some serious questions. Some will make you think. So it's going to be all over the place tonight for sure. It should be pretty funny as well. So we'll get right into it, man. I'm not going to put specific people who ask certain questions. I'm just going to put something out there. So let's start with this one. So, and Travis, we'll both answer these questions. I'm going to start with you, and then you can shoot the next question. What's the most important and valuable thing you've lost in addiction?
I would definitely say myself. And the reason why is because, when we're trapped in that addiction state, like we no longer resemble anything of our former self, that innocent child that was growing up with dreams, that son, that brother, that friend. Like addiction steals that from us, and it changes absolutely every single behavior about us to a point where we don't even recognize ourselves. So yeah, I would say 100% the biggest thing that I lost was myself. I lost my dreams, I lost my hopes. And, once I was able to gain that back, everything else soon followed after,
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree. Children of course, are a huge part of, something. I lost the time with my kids for sure. And luckily I've been able to earn that back. However, myself, man, at the end of the day, and like we talked about our turning points and stuff on the last episode. And so, for me, it was really discovery more than recovery in my first year, man. And it was, I literally not only in active addiction did I lose myself, but like my turning point was like, I truly actually lost myself and had to refine who exactly I was to begin with, and who I was created to be, so yeah, I agree, man. Same.
All right, so we got a question here, and I actually really like this one. Is relapse a part of recovery?
Oof.
I'll let you go.
All right, so no, relapse is not a part of recovery. So in my opinion, relapse is part of addiction, period. If, I think you can have a slip where we become complacent, and put our program on the back burner, and SLIP was just an acronym I would use for sobriety lost its priority. That can happen, I think, during recovery, but relapse is not a part of recovery, in my opinion. It's definitely a part of addiction, and we get back into addiction.
I'll agree, and I'll also say this: like when me and you were speaking on a certain topic, like we're speaking from individual experiences. We're not doctors, even though I played one with a cheerleader under the bleachers in high school in 97.
I heard about
we're not doctors. But for, same thing with me, relapse is definitely not a part of recovery. It's a part of a story, and it's a part of your story when you reach recovery about, the numerous attempts that you made. But relapse is a part of addiction, but the biggest thing that, people who are listening need to understand that is if you relapse, you are welcomed back. It's that game show remorse that wants to keep you out there. Your disease wants to keep you out there. And I think a lot of that argument is based on that because, as addicts, alcoholics, like we always want to find an excuse. We always want to pin the blame on something. And I think relapse, saying, that relapse is a part of recovery, is almost not taking ownership of it. Like your recovery did not make you go relapse, like recover, the term recovery, the definition is to find something that was once lost, to recover something. And if you look up relapse, it is the exact opposite of recovery. So it is a part of so many people's stories. And it's those stories of continuously trying to get this and coming back that people need to hear. But yeah, no, definitely not. Relapse is a part of your active addiction. And, just know that if that happens to you, you're welcome back, and we'll always love you until you can love yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I completely agree. And I think relapse is the lack of recovery, really, at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's just the lack of. Is it part of our stories? Absolutely. It's definitely part of my story. And yeah, full disclosure, like Travis said, we are not professionals in the field. We just have a lot of life experience and in most of these issues. So we just speak from personal experience. So I'm gonna get right into the next one. How about, all right, what are your thoughts on melatonin? Someone asks.
What, like using it to sleep?
Yeah, melatonin ? Was a question I got.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I don't know much about it. Is it like is it over the counter?
Yeah, it's over the counter sleeping aid. We actually have it. It's a natural. It's a natural.
Can it be abused?
No, I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say. I use melatonin. So personally, for me speaking, I use melatonin to sleep. Because we naturally have it, in our brains, and it just kind of enhances it and helps us sleep. So I'm for it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's non-narcotic, you're not abusing it, then yeah, I'm freaking melatonin your ass to sleep.
Yeah, right.
All right, ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. What would the world be like with male and female copies of you? Let me answer this. If there was a bunch of mini-me's running around,
yeah, please.
We'd probably be in an intergalactic war with Uranus. No one on this planet would be safe, and I would much rather see a bunch of friggin' mini bald-headed Fisher Price beard mics running around saving the friggin' planet than having a bunch of me's out there.
All right, so read this to me one more time.
All right. What would the world be like with male and female copies of you?
Oh, that'd be weird, man. I don't even know. I can't even fathom, wrap my head around, I think.
All right, let me put you in a situation. If there was a female version of you,
yeah,
how would you try to pick her up?
I don't know if I would. We would just I don't know if I would. Man. I don't know. We would butt heads, man. We would have, we would clash, I think, man. Yeah, I don't know. That's a strange one for me.
Okay, so we'll both say that like the world does not need more of us.
No, I don't think they do. Definitely not more.
Okay, that's good.
All right, let's see. How about this one? What's the worst thing that you've done in active addiction?
Well, and just for the sake of honesty, so I was going through, the thing about when we're in active addiction, like we have all these like excuses, like why we need this money, why we need to do this, why we need to do that. And I remember taken advantage of my grandmother, you know, and that's a really shitbag thing to do. Like I poured it on extra thick to make her think like I was in this really hurt situation. And even though financially where I was definitely in this hurt situation where I was going to lose my place to live. I was losing my kids. I was losing my life. I was losing my family. Like my 100% purpose, my motives behind that wasn't to take that money and try to fix that situation. It was to take that money and go use. And she did end up by letting me use that money. And I took advantage of her. And you know, by the grace of God, you know, she's still alive today. She's healthy. I've made amends with that. I've gone down there and like done numerous amounts of work on her plumbing, and you know, and I don't charge her. And I try to make sure that you know, that she sees the change in me. You know, because, you know, she was elderly, and, you know, I took advantage of her 100%. And, you know, my grandfather passed away a long time ago. And I know if he knew what I did, like it'd break his heart. Like I'm even getting emotional, even talking about it, because it wasn't right, but it shows us the depths of our addiction and how far down that rabbit hole that we're willing to go. And we don't care at whose expense, whether it's a grandmother, whether it's your mother, your father, whoever it is. And you know, I'm glad that I was able to make amends on that situation once I came back into recovery. But yeah, taking advantage of my grandmother was a pretty fucking shitty thing that I did.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I think, for me too, manipulating my family, the lies, you know what I mean? And then lies that cover up lies just to get what I wanted, you know, at other people's expense, for sure. So hurting people, man, emotionally, physically, like whatever it was, man, definitely the same. And then the guilt and shame that came along with all of that. You know, and it goes back to me too, like the time I missed with my kids, man. You know, it was one of the worst things for me. And to forgive myself for that was one of the hardest things to do coming into recovery. Was to forgive myself was one of the hardest things to do. And also trying to commit suicide multiple times. You know, it was just so brutal sometimes out there, and just so bad. Like I you know, like a lot of times I'm sure people can relate, like you might not be suicidal and have like a plan in place, but you wouldn't care if you didn't wake up the next day. You know what I mean? And, you know, for me, like, I took the action. Like I came up with a plan multiple times. And by the grace of God, man, like random stuff happened that should not have happened, to keep me around. Like, you know, overdose on purpose. And, I'm the only person in the house and no one should be there. And, you know, someone just happens to come by like right at that time and find me on the floor. You know what I mean? And I think I swallowed every single pill that I owned. And they found me, rushed me to the hospital, and pumped my stomach just in time. And yeah, man, God was watching over me. But yeah, all those things, man, all those things for sure.
All right, so we got this one's a good friend and a great man that we both know, and I'm actually going to say his name because he's actually a really good guy. This is from Run for My Life. Okay,
my man, Run for My Life.
Mike, would you shampoo my beard?
Yeah. If you lost your arms, if you lost your hands, I would do that for you. Yes.
Are you there? There we go.
Yeah, using some signal.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm there.
All right. Let me see. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I've got plenty. I'm gonna blame it on you.
All right, I'll take it. So in case you didn't hear my answer, Travis, yeah. I would if you lost your arms. If you were in an accident and lost your hands, yeah, I would do that for you.
That's much appreciated.
But only that.
I would wax your head if you lost your hands.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, here's the next one. I'm not reading that one. It's from still the same one. Actually, no, I'm gonna read this one from Run for My Life. Would you kiss Travis in public?
Oh man, and I got the same one. Would you kiss Mike in public from Run for My Life? No, man, no. I'd give you one of those awkward long hugs. You know what I mean? With the 8 pats.
I told you earlier.
Yeah, right.
B-Rain gives you some awkward. B-Rain, God bless his soul, man. But when he hugs you, it's like 15 seconds past the point of uncomfortableness. All right, here's another one, and you may want to say allegedly before this.
Okay.
Craziest thing you've ever done and not been arrested for. Allegedly.
Right. We don't. I need to look up statute of limitations.
You want me to go first? I got a good one.
Please do.
All right. So I live next to this convenience store, right? And I ended up by going out my door, smashing the window to this store and robbing the safe. Okay. And then went back in my house, stashed all the money up in the attic, allegedly. And then when the cops showed up, I went downstairs and filled out a statement saying I saw 5 guys jump the fence in my backyard and jump in a 1986 Buick Regal. Dude, the story was freaking amazing. I told them, I said, dude, 5 guys. They were like, do you know what color they were? I was like, I don't, but literally there were 5 guys that were laughing how they just broke the window and stole a bunch of money. And they jumped the fence and they jumped and it looked like a Buick Regal or something. And then they sped the tires and they went off. And
So
then I literally
specific.
wrote a statement and signed it.
So
Signed
specific, dude.
I know,
the Buick
I know.
stuff. Oh my god, dude. All right, yeah. So
Dude, I swear to God, it was a Buick Regal.
So yeah, mine is similar too. So yeah, allegedly, same type of scenario. Yeah, there was something that was broken into, and you know, I allegedly was the perpetrator, and grabbed as many pharmaceuticals as I possibly could, and police came out, and yeah, I went right in and tried to see if I could be of any assistance, and tried to I did, to see if I could help. You know, I didn't see anything, but you know,
Citizen Mike.
Yeah. I tried and asked if I could be of any help, and just, you know, because I'm just trying to see if they're getting any leads where they may be going. Hopefully not my way. So yeah, so similar type thing. There was no Buick involved or anything. I didn't see the getaway.
Dude, it was probably the same guys, honestly.
It might have been Orville. It might have been Orville. Just saying. I'm just gonna put that out there.
No, it definitely was Orville. If I knew about Orville, well, I did know about Orville, but you know how time and space and all that stuff works.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here you go.
All right,
so
what you got?
Trav, have you ever sold yourself to feed the beast?
Oh no, definitely no.
Yeah, that's a hard no. Right? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no. No, I mean, yeah, no.
Yeah, and I say no, and I'm not.
No,
I don't. I say no. Also, I didn't. I don't necessarily want to laugh about it though, because unfortunately, people do, do find themselves in that situation, and see it as the only way, and it's really unfortunate. You know, I see it all the time. You know, especially going down outreach and stuff like that. Like, you know, it's just it's a big thing for sure, especially where I go, and you know, most cities everywhere. So it's definitely a sad thing, man. And but me personally, no.
Yeah, well, you know, obviously prostitution, you know, having to sell your body it's a tough thing, and it is a way for many people how they carry their addiction. For me personally, no. I mean, like when you go into a grocery store, do you look at a can of soup that's dented and growing mold on it? No. Well, that's me. I'm the dented can. No one wants the dented can.
50% off.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, if I was a prostitute, I would probably be a $2 hooker with a $3 coupon.
Right.
I would have to pay people.
Just take my money.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. How about this one? And this is from our friend Kate in the UK.
Oh, crikey.
So and everyone in the UK, we love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Please keep tuning in. We love the support, guys. Where was your best hiding place? And there's a follow-up.
Probably state prison. Everybody knew I was there, but they couldn't.
So you hiding in prison.
I don't think, well, okay. Here's a fun story. Okay, trigger warning. I once was running from the law, right? And I moved like in the middle of this hick town with like a population of 45 people. And I thought it would be a good time to trip. Not highly advised. No. I ended up in a field trying to talk to deer. And hiding, I never hid well. But yeah, one time I did run in like the middle of a hick country town and ended up by, I was there for like a week and a half, and then like they showed up and arrested me. So I don't hide well. I'm too loud.
Yeah. I didn't know how to interpret the question, because the first part, there's a follow-up too. So what was your best hiding place? So I don't know if they meant like for drugs, paraphernalia, stuff like that, or ourselves. Me, myself.
Oh, the ass wallet.
The old prison purse, man.
yeah, the old safe.
Well, that's the follow-up question too. Have you ever used the prison pocket?
Dude, I'm not proud of it, but you know what? If I didn't, I'd probably be doing 15 to 20 right now, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So for me, hiding my best hiding,
it was only a pitchfork and a keys to a Ferrari.
Right, that's all. And yeah, and a flip phone. It was oh man. I didn't hide well. I didn't try to hide. I was on the run most of my time out there from some county somewhere. And I just would try to, if I had ID on me, I would try to keep it tucked away, not all the way in the safe, maybe in the coin slot, but maybe not, in the safe.
Or the credit card slider.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But no, ultimately, one of the last times I went away, well, I was one in like 5 different counties. They gave me a thorough search. The officer that saw me walking down the street, and I was one in 5 different counties, found the ID, ran the name, and bounced around to 5 or 6 different jails and counties, back to back, which was brutal. But yeah, as far as hiding drugs and paraphernalia, I really didn't hide anything. I really didn't hide them, that much. I mean, maybe when I was younger and stuff, hiding shit in my room, but when I was out there, I was all the way out there, and it was, you know about Kensington, Trav, so, you really don't have to hide anything. It's pretty much fair game. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. No, I would have, it was on the interstate, dude, and I had about a 10-second decision before that friggin' cop walked up. With my record, as soon as they run my name, bro, I'm coming out the car at gunpoint,
Mm-hmm.
And, because when you get pulled over, a lot of people don't know, but codes come up next to your name. Okay. And it immediately gives them this, the ability to just put a basic description on who you are as an individual. So my codes were known drug dealer, known to flee police, known to fight police. So it's like, okay, they run my name. This is what happens. They come up to the window, they get my ID, they go back to the car. Miraculously, a second cop shows up. They both walk up to the car with the guns drawn. And then they asked me to please lift out the window, open the handle from the outside, step out, put my hands on my head, do the friggin' electric slide a few steps back, drop to my knees, and unlock my fingers. You know, so I knew that was going to happen. And the cop was literally walking up. I just had crossed, you know, a state line. And yeah, I had no choice, dude. I did it. I'm not proud of it, but I did it.
I sound a little traumatized.
I should have pled the fucking fifth on that one. God damn you. I love you guys, people across the pond. Katie, you're awesome, but God, what do you guys even call it, a prison safe over there? It's probably a biscuit hold or something.
Yeah, probably is. I'd like to know the actual proper term over there. Yeah, and me anytime if I know people do, I know so many people that have, like, you know, turn himself in and do things like that. But I never really, there was only one time where I you know, turned myself in to go away. So no, I just didn't.
Dude, here's a fun story. I'm sitting in, now you gotta listen to this, Mike. I'm sitting in county jail, right? Have you heard of Spin magazine?
Yeah.
So, like, right, it's a big publication. So they were in, so like when the opioid epidemic was really going off, Maine was one of the harder hit states. So they interviewed this guy, his name was Oscar, and they interviewed him at the jail because he got addicted to OxyContin. And I remember it was after visits one day, and I'm walking around the bottom of the pod, and I'm sitting there just doing laps, and he's like, yo, Trap, come here. So like I walk up, you know, the little window, right? So I walk up to the little window, and I was like, yo, what's up? And he's like, yo, you keep eyes for me? You keep eyes for me? And I was like, yeah, sure. And he's like, all right. So I'm sitting there hanging out under the stairs, and I'm like just waiting to see if guards are going to start doing their rounds. And a couple minutes goes by, and he comes out, and he's like, yo, check this out. Dude, I've heard of taking one for the team. This man took one for the entire league. For the league. Dude, it was like this big. And it had like 2 full packs of Marlboros, a spoon, like all the other paraphernalia that you needed. Like I was expecting to see a Keurig machine like next. Like that's how big this man took. And I was just in utter shock because this man went to visits and had to figure out a way to get a summer squash with all that freaking paraphernalia up there. And I just remember just sitting there going, man, God damn. Like, I heard of taking one for the team, man, but that was like absolutely freaking, that was crazy.
Man, and I don't want to stay on this subject too long, but so I was working inpatient, right? So, you know, I decided to change career paths, get into the field, get into the solution, work in the solution. So I'm working inpatient, and I do searches, of course, with new patients that come in. And you know, where I was working are pretty thorough, you know, cough, you know, squat and cough searches, you know. And so this one dude, man, and no one gets anything past me. Like I did my job well, right? And I find tons of stuff. And
that scares me.
But listen, man, I took my job serious. I haven't seen nobody dying. You know what I mean? All right, so give me a break. So this guy, and then I find out the next day he's up on the floor, high as a kite, getting his roommate high. No idea how they got these things in, right? They got these oxys in or whatever. And so come to find out, you know, he gets discharged, administratively discharged. I go to the roommate. I'm like, yo, I searched him. I need to know, how did he get it in? So of course that's where it was. However, nothing was hanging out because the guy decided to wrap him up in foil and then wrap the foil with duct tape with the sticky side out. And so what I hear from the roommate is, yeah, it sounded like he got a pretty good wax in pulling them out that night. He was in there like crying.
That's, I don't want to say that's gangster, but that's taking it to the next level. Sticky side out?
Yeah, sticky side out, dude. Yeah. I don't even think that's necessary.
What would you call that? An inward Brazilian wax?
Yeah, internal Brazilian. Yeah, of course. Right.
An internal. Could I get the internal Brazilian, please?
Like what? Wait, huh? All right. Moving on. All right, let's change subject.
Yeah, moving. Dude, next week, stay tuned. Episode 4. We're talking all week, all night about prison wallets.
Coin purses all day. All right. So this is a question from our good friend Recovery Tribe. from Ryan. So he just threw a bunch of questions up here. So let's start with
I love
the
that
simple.
guy.
Yeah, that's my man right there, Ryan, man. Shout out to Ryan, man. We love you, brother. So how about this? It's a simple one to start. Simple one to start with. Coffee or energy drink? Pick one.
Coffee.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I need my coffee, but if I had to choose between one or the other, I'd probably go energy drink.
Okay, but that means you can't have a morning cup of coffee.
That's the problem, right? It's hard for me to choose. Yeah, exactly. That's where I get caught up with that morning cup.
That morning cup, dude,
it's actually
like,
a tough question.
opens the dam, releases that first internal morning gift to our planet.
Yeah, it helps things flow. Right. Why does it always end up there? All right, moving on. So he also followed up, and I'm going to thank Ryan for this question, so everyone knows who asked it. Hey, Trav, shaved or not shaved?
We're going to go. Well, listen, I grew up in the era of, like, you know, I'm just going to say shaved, please.
There's no, right. You don't even need to get into
no. Dude, have you ever watched 80s porn? Like, no, thank you. No.
I'm right there with you, dude. I'm right there with you. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah,
for participating in the show.
Yeah, I popped in his live earlier. I was like, yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna ask all your questions. So yeah, thanks, Ryan. All right, so how about this one? This is also from Ryan. The strangest thing you've ever eaten. This reminds me of a funny story, but I'll let you go first.
I don't know if it was strange because it was good, but it was a wild boar down in Florida. Like, I was with my mom and we were at this like barbecue pit, and they jumped on these four-wheelers. They shot this wild boar, and then they actually buried it in the ground. Well, they put like coals in the ground and then buried it and cooked it for like 6 hours. And it was amazing. It was good.
Nice. I think for
that's
me,
all. I mean, I was gonna say I've had a bad run-in with girls, but that's good.
All right. Well, I don't know if that's weird. The strangest thing, but all right. So strangest, I don't know, probably maybe
You can get strange out there.
That's true. That's true. I think octopus, it was something like that. Some kind of seafood, octopus or something along that line. Wasn't fantastic. But I would try to go every time I would go to a new restaurant. I'd order stuff I like, and then one random thing that I'd never tried before, and just give it a shot. So it actually reminds me of.
Are you talking like calamari?
No, it was like it was like, I can't remember exactly what it was.
Like straight octopus?
Yeah.
Was it moving?
No, it was dead.
It was moving when you ate it?
No, it was dead. It was dead. It wasn't that good, man. It wasn't
I
good.
see some of those. I don't want to try it.
So it reminds me of a funny story. And since Ryan asked the question, I'm going to go and say, so we're at Ryan's house one night. It was he celebrated his 1 year sober. We surprised him at his house and had a bunch of people over that Brandy, his girlfriend, coordinated, and we pulled it off. It was great. We go live in his living room that night, and we're asking random questions to people, to the listeners and the followers. And one of the questions was, I asked Ryan first, what was the grossest thing you've ever eaten? And without thinking, the very first thing he just shouts out, butthole. Just like that. Yeah. Butthole.
If he threw it out just like that, you know what that means, Mike? That means he's eaten more than one. Because he's comparing it to something else.
Right. And
so there was probably two buttholes. And one didn't work out in his favor. It was probably on a Wednesday, which is the morning of after Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Not a good day. Not a good day.
Dude, I got another one. So this one came from the Facebook page And it was an amazing question when we were doing the pre-show stuff. We kind of talked about it. What's invisible, but you wish people could see?
I love that question. I love that question. What's invisible that I wish I could see? If it's all right, so I'm gonna put it in two parts. If it's something I could see in someone else, their true colors, I'd say. And if it was something invisible to me that I wish I could see, for me, it'd be the Holy Spirit, dude. It would be, you know what I mean? It would go back to my faith and actually see it and see something tangible.
I like that. I like that. I would say character and motives. You know, I heard once that character isn't what you do in front of people, it's what you do when nobody's watching. You know, exactly. So I wish, and character and motives are definitely invisible. Like, you don't know someone's true intentions. You don't know if someone's out there to hurt you, take advantage of you. So like, if you could actually see that, if you could see it in someone else, it would answer a lot of questions. Like, if everybody could see everyone else's character and motives, it'd be a good way of thinning the herd.
Yeah. But then when you look at the flip side, like, if you could truly see anyone's motives or their character, how would we learn to deal with people that we don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do we learn from the lessons of letting people in our lives? Like, you know what I mean? Because some people come for a season,
or being let down.
Yeah, like some people come for a season, some for a reason. Like, and the ones that come, you know what I mean, for a season, like, we learn from that and move forward and learn things about ourselves and stuff. Yeah. So I feel like also, because I say the same thing, I would like to see people's true colors, but at the same time, like, would I ever learn anything relationship wise or with people?
Yeah. No, that's a really good point, because at the end of the day, like, any whether it's pain, whether it's growth, whether it's being uncomfortable, whether it's whatever path we're on, like, we learn by numerous attempts at failure. Same thing with recovery. Like, very rarely do we see someone who got clean and sober on the first try. But yeah, I guess even in life relationships, friendships, if we were able to spot that stuff off immediately, again, how would you develop a sense of character?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Yep. All right, let's see. So I got here on my end. Can you name the brand of lady products your significant other uses?
Trojan. Mike uses Trojan.
I'm gonna say for mine, and you guys know my significant other. Sorry, Trav. You know, you're close. You're close. I'm gonna say, honestly, look, whatever's on sale. I don't know. I don't know specifically, and he seems to change. I think it's what's on sale because he's pretty cost efficient.
That's a horrible answer. All right, this is a good one. Ready? If life were a video game, what would some cheat codes be? Now, I'm going to say this, so people don't know this. How many times have you boiled a pot of water, right? And it boils over, right? Mm-hmm. Have you ever boiled a pot over, whether you're making potatoes, whether this? I know how to fix that problem, Mike.
So do I.
A wooden spoon.
The wooden spoon. It never boils over.
If you put a wooden spoon across the top of the pan, it does not boil over. My mother actually sent me the actual term definition. It was like micro boiling blastastic or something like. I wish I could remember it. Okay, thanks, Mom. You're absolutely amazing. But yeah, a wooden spoon will prevent your boiling pots from boiling over. It's ultimate cheat code.
Yeah, it's true. So I guess we're talking more along life hacks, because I don't know how else to interpret that question. Yeah, that and also pineapples, dude. Did you know that we've been eating pineapples wrong all along? You don't need. Yeah, I'm about to blow your mind. So, you know how they have all the the nipples and whatnot around the whole lack of a better term, around the pineapple. So if you just cut the top off, and you can just wiggle and pull out each one and just eat it.
Okay, well, wiggle a nipple?
Yeah. Wiggle the nipple and twist and pull, and it pulls right out, and you can just eat it right off of there. You actually don't have to actually, and then you can
Will
just
you make a
cover it with
YouTube
Saran wrap
video?
and put it away. Huh?
Will you make a YouTube video showing how you just pull
I
on the
will.
nipple?
Yep.
I would love that.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Another life hack, which I learned in prison, if you don't have a lighter, you take a Q-tip and you just fray the edge a little bit, okay? And you have a dead lighter that can still create spark. And if you just flick it enough, the Q-tip will ignite and you can light your cigarette.
Nice. So those of you who are just,
are on your way to the penitentiary, you are.
Right. Yeah. I don't want to say. All right.
I'll do a YouTube video of prison wallets.
Yeah. You do that one. I'll do the pineapple nips. All right. Let's see. What do you got, Trav?
All right. Well, this one's going to be from just my question, Mike. Other than religion, like, who is your biggest inspiration?
Oh man. Yeah, and it's funny you say that, because if anyone ever asks me, like, who's your favorite celebrity, I'd say Jesus Christ. Other than religion, though, my favorite celebrity, is that what you said?
No, just someone who inspires you, like someone you look up to.
I'm a big David Goggins
You don't have
fan.
to say me.
Yeah, well, besides you, I'm a big David Goggins fan. I've talked about him before. I like him. Billy Alsbrook, who's an incredible motivational speaker that incorporates scripture into motivation. I really, really like those guys.
For me, I would say my mom, like single mother, raised 3 sons, lieutenant paramedic, like arrived at the scene when I witnessed a suicide. My brother being shot, she was a flight paramedic, she was an ER nurse, and definitely my mom. Like, she's just like, I remember telling kids in middle school, like, dude, my mom will fuck your dad up. Like, dude, my mom will fuck your dad up, and
that should be
because I didn't grow up with a dad, but it never really bothered me, because like my mom taught me how to throw a baseball. My mom was at all my baseball games. Like my mom taught me to be loyal, and not, like if I was caught for something and it was my stupidity, it's your stupidity. Like, you don't tell, you don't tell, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen her stand up against probation officers for me. And she's absolute, just an amazing freaking woman. And I'm just glad I have the relationship that I do with her.
Yeah. And I got to say the same too, also, for my parents, man, for putting up all the shit that I put them through, man, and never truly given up on me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And really were there, even the times they weren't there. They didn't give up. They just couldn't witness what I was doing to myself. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely that too, for sure, as well. All right. So we have a question from my man, DW Pool, who asked,
I like him too.
Yeah, he's good dude. Did you guys think you would be where you are today? Did you ever think that you would be where you are today?
I knew I had the potential to be better than who I was. But if I was to answer honestly, I truly believe that, I thought I'd be dead a long time ago. And it was because of my addiction that led me to believe that. So once I got clean and sober and I started going through the process of recovery, I had to find something else. I had to find something else to keep me motivated, other than, because in active addiction, you're chasing 2 things. You're either chasing the drugs or you're chasing the money. So one of the biggest things we ever gain back when we enter recovery is time. Time spent. So I had to find something else to do with my time, other than, just being constantly on the chase. So I knew I had the potential to do do something bigger. But I didn't, you know, it still blows my mind how far that I've been able to come, and you know, how many people believe in me, how many people support me, you know. But I always try to tell people, you know, like don't put me on a pedestal. I'm a bozo on the bus just like you. I don't know who's fucking driving, okay, but I'm on the bus with you, and we're gonna have some freaking fun. We're gonna friggin' laugh. But I'm just like the next bozo on the bus. That's it, you know.
Yeah, I hear you, man. And listen, I'm proud of you, man. Seriously, and I say that from the bottom of my heart, man, for who you are. You know, I didn't know you back then, but who you are today, man. And you are definitely one of the people that inspire me too, for sure, man. And the only person I could think of to even take on a venture like this with. So I'm grateful for that, man. I really am. But did I ever think? No, I thought I'd be dead too, also, for sure. Like, I remember telling myself when I was like 19 years old, I probably won't live to see 21. I told myself at 21, all right, I probably won't live to see 25. And 25, I'm definitely not going to live by 30. You know what I mean? And until I finally fully surrendered. And no, I could never have imagined some of the things I'm doing today. Even if you could have asked me 6 months ago, would I believe, if you told me what I'm doing now, I would have been like, nah, I don't even believe you. You know what I mean? It's just amazing when the fog's lifted and we have clear vision, and we're able to focus that time on goals and things like that, the things that we're able to accomplish, and really in a matter of no time, honestly, like when we put ourselves into it and put the passion behind it and the drive and discipline, and it's just amazing things that continuously happen, man. So no, I never would have imagined. No way. Like I said, you could ask me 6 months to a year ago, let alone 6.5 years ago. I'd be, you're fucking crazy. You're absolutely insane. There's no way.
All right, this is the fun one here. We're going back to something fun. All right.
Yep.
What set of items would you buy to make a cashier uncomfortable?
All right, to make the cashier uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Probably. Oh man, I would probably grab like. That's a tough one.
I'm gonna go a case of KY, 250 feet of garden hose, a couple of tiki torches, 6 rolls of duct tape, a small mini shovel, and 3 bags of marshmallows.
Yeah.
What do you think she's thinking happening at that party?
God, I would have no idea. Yeah, that's probably, something like a bunch of cucumbers, some Trojans, some rope, some cement mix. Like, I don't know. And a few energy drinks. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I think we should do this. This is actually, that sounds
and record it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
All right, here's another one. If you could be any cartoon character, who would you be?
Oh man, cartoon character? Probably, man, I don't know, dude. Cartoon character. Shit. I'm thinking like way back, man, because cartoons are not what they used to be. I'd probably be like Roadrunner or something, dude. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, Roadrunner. I was gonna go with Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah, see, there you go. Well, you
because no matter what I do, nobody can catch me.
Exactly. Right.
No one's gonna catch me.
So who would be Tom and who would be Jerry between you and me?
Oh, God. Well, you're gonna say you're gonna be Jerry. Okay. And I'm going to say, I'm going to be Jerry. All right. So this is what's going to happen. Okay. Tomorrow, we're going to make a post. We're going to use a poll.
All right.
And it's going to be, is Mike Tom or is Mike Jerry?
All right.
And we'll let the people figure it out.
There you go. All right.
Cool. I'm a man of the people.
Yes.
Time for Recovery March. Who votes me, Jerry? All right, hold on. I think I had another one.
I got a few more here.
Come on, I want to see y'all. Okay, go. Yeah, because you have like a freaking.
All right.
The word you used in pre-show was targeted questions.
Well, yeah. Well, there's a few targeted. Let's see. How about this is just a random one. Thoughts on pineapple on pizza?
Oh, sold.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good with the pineapple on
Yeah.
the pizza. I'm not a big
As
ham
as
fan.
long, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big ham fan. I can't eat like baked ham. I like deli ham, but if it's on a pizza with pineapple, I'll eat it. It's not. I don't think it's a crime.
Yeah. You know, and like Mike said, it's all about pulling the pineapple from the nipple to make your
Yeah,
pizza.
right. Yes, twist and tug, and then put it right on. We're good. How about this, Trev? What's your spirit animal?
What's my spirit animal? I would have to say, I'm gonna go Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. Please elaborate.
Well, you know what they say with people with big feet. And I got a huge beard.
That's true, dude. That reminds me of
No.
such an. Dude, it reminds me of such, and Jen's gonna laugh at this, dude. That reminds me of such an awkward photo that she took of me leaving the room as I'm getting dressed. So I'm like putting my boxers on, leaving the room, and literally when she snapped the picture, did you ever see the picture of like the one where they think they have? Yeah, that's the one with like the trails and he's just looking this way, dude. That's me. It's so fucking creepy, dude. Yeah, it's so creepy. It's so creepy, dude. I made her get rid of it. It was really bad.
You know, well, like I want to say like a wolf. You know what I mean? Like I want to be like, yeah, you know, a wolf. You know, what is this? What do they say? The I can't remember the slogan, but you know, I'd like to say, yeah, I'm a wolf or a bear, but you know, I don't know. I mean, a clownfish,
Pufferfish. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'd probably, I would say, you know what though, man, I would say like a lion or something though. You know what I mean? Like just or like throw me to the wolves, man. I'll come back leading the pack. Like,
so you not only do you want to be Jerry, but now you're a lion.
Yeah, dude, all the way. All
right, then I want to be an orca.
You got it.
Because orcas have eaten great whites.
Really?
Yeah, and there's been reports of an orca in the Serengeti that ate a lion once.
Oh shit! All right, well, you got me then. All right, right.
Because orcas can go up freshwater canals and stuff.
Well, you learn something every day. Thank you, Trav. Travis, what do you think is one of the best Netflix series right now?
I definitely liked Ozark.
I love Ozark, dude. Love Ozark.
Yeah, Ozarks was good. And also season 2, Strawberry Shortcake. Boss.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Ever seen Strawberry Shortcake?
No. No, and
it's a kid's show, bro.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, yeah. No, I haven't seen that one. I haven't watched that one. Yeah, I think Ozark, which the new season's coming out. Can't wait for that. Shameless.
Cobra Kai
favorites. Cobra Kai all the way, dude. Cobra Kai all the way.
Yeah, that's a great. that was great. I binge watched all those episodes in like, I don't know, 3 days.
I remember that we talked about it, and then I finished season 3, and then you dropped the bomb on me that it's going to be a year until they drop season 4, and I was pissed.
Yeah,
I was so mad, dude.
Yeah,
I was so mad.
Yeah, it's going to be like it's like horrible.
Yeah, it's a long time, man. I think besides Netflix, though, I'm a big Shameless fan. Love Shameless.
Never seen it.
No.
Dude, I've watched Ozark, Cobra Kai, but the majority of the time, the only show that I watch is Jeopardy.
No. Okay. Really?
Dude, I love. Yeah.
All right.
Dude, I've almost qualified for.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Just a vast ocean of
useless
knowledge.
Yeah.
It's full of it. Yeah. Awesome.
I don't know why. It's probably because I've lived through all the ages and I've experienced it.
That's true. That is true. That's true. People don't know too much about that. We can get into that another time. Travis, what's your favorite soda?
I try not to drink it.
Same.
I try not to drink. If I was going to drink a soda pop, it would probably be Pepsi.
All right. The only time I drink soda is when if we go out to eat to a restaurant or something, right? And here I am, this bald, bearded, tattooed guy, and the waitress comes up, so I get a drink, and I order a Shirley Temple.
Like a man does.
Yeah, like a man, like a boss, and I own it.
Dude, so when I came back into the program this time, I would go out to these. There were bars, restaurants, and we'd travel in a pack of a bunch of us sober guys, and we'd go listen to music. And a buddy of mine would always order tonic with a lime, and it tastes like shit.
Yes.
I can't stop drinking it. When I go out, it's like tonic and lime, please. And I suck on it, and it's fucking horrible, but what I drink.
Terrible. Yeah, that is terrible.
That's what I drink.
So, Travis, any nicknames? Do you have any nicknames, or what nicknames have you had?
I was called Kermit Frog when I was like in 4th grade, because when I swam, my legs would kind of go out like a frog. I was also called Tweety Bird when I was like 13 or 14. I have no problems diving off, like head first off 100-foot bridges, 80-foot bridges, rock cliffs. Like I go head first, and for whatever reason, they called me Tweety Bird, because anything I ever jumped off, I'd go head first. I was also called Shitbag a time or two.
Yeah, I can vouch for that too. One asshole a few times. Yeah. Shit, you know. That's yeah. Yeah. No, I think when I was out there, I don't know, people people call me Miz, Tattoo Mike, when I was out there. But then of course, yeah, the shitbag asshole, you know.
They called you Miz?
Miz, yeah. Miz. Yeah, I have a tattoo on.
But like
M-I-Z-Z.
Like, oh, see, I thought it was M-I-S-S.
No. All right. Here you go, Trav. If you're in a room full of guys, let me see all right. If you're in a room full of guys eating a banana, do you eat it sideways or normal?
If I was in the room with people eat bananas, would I eat it sideways, or would I take it like a champ?
Right. So you're eating the banana with a room full of guys. Do you eat it sideways or do you eat it regular?
I'm probably using fork and knife on a plate.
Good answer.
Dude, here's a funny story, right? And so I've been in my profession. I'm a master heat tech, and the company always likes to put the new guys with me, which you would think by now they know it's a bad idea.
Yeah, they should have learned.
Like, because, oh yeah, dude, I'm making TikToks picking on them when they electrocute themselves. Like, I have numerous videos. I have a video of this guy. His name was Joe, and he was working on a bunch of wiring, and he's got a screwdriver in his mouth, and he can't figure out what's going on. But I've known the problem for the last 45 minutes, and I'm letting him struggle, because this is how you learn. So I get my phone out, and I was like, what we have here is the rare apprentice in the wild. And then you hear him going with the screwdriver in his mouth going, oh, this motherfucker. And I was like, listen to him speak in his native tongue, flashlight in mouth. Well, dude, 2 days. Oh, I got to find this. 2 days after he started working for us, he shows up to work, and he's sitting in the truck, and he's eating a banana. Okay. And right away, dude, like, I am not going to any job sitting in a lunchroom with any amount of guys and gonna suck down a banana. Like, that's just like, I hate bananas. Okay.
I'm grabbing an orange.
Dude, I gotta find this, dude.
I'm grabbing an orange.
Yeah, I'm an orange, an apple.
Yeah.
I'm gonna titty twister, a pineapple. Like, I don't give a fuck, but I'm not friggin' eating a goddamn. I'm not eating a friggin' not eating banana. So I got a picture of him. So I would literally, I would make him drive, right? So I could just sit in the passenger seat, play on my phone, right? So I'd make him drive, and then like we'd get a bad call. We'd get like a shit call, and I'd be like, man, our freaking supervisor freaking sucks. He's always giving us the freaking shitty calls, blah, blah. And then I would get him in a rant talking about how bad our supervisor was, but I'd record it. And then I'd send it to our manager. Okay. So anyway, he's in the truck. The dude decides he was going to eat a banana in front of me. And I was like, dude, I am going to snap a picture of him eating this banana. And I am going to hold it over his head for the rest of his life.
You're looking for it now,
And,
right?
oh, yeah. No, it's here. It's here. And it's a great picture. Like it's a great picture. Come on, banana boy. Dude, yeah, like never again will this dude be the same. And like the way he took this banana, dude, was something like I've never seen. Come on, I'm getting close. I'm getting close. I gotta go back a little ways. All right, come on, banana boy.
All right, while you're looking,
here we go.
For those that don't see us on Facebook right now, on the page that are just listening and anticipating what that might look like, let's talk about this real quick. This is a serious question too. Can you talk about the importance of working the steps with another alcoholic versus working steps with a sponsor?
What's the clarity on that? Like, are we talking about like if I'm working the steps with my sponsor, or versus am I the sponsor to someone else?
I'd say in general, what's the difference or the importance of the difference between doing step work or working through steps with just another alcoholic that maybe isn't a sponsor or doesn't have a sponsor or hasn't been through the steps, completely and lives them, or working them with a sponsor that has.
The thing about, so if we're talking about like 12-step programs, the thing about actual 12-step work is it is really important to find someone else who's done it. Okay. Because you take anyone who's read the literature, if they read that literature without any type of support, or someone who's gone through the process, it's really like reading Mandarin. It's very hard to grasp in concept. And I usually don't discuss like exactly what program. So the program I went through was called Big Book Step Study. Okay. It's an hour and a half meeting. You're only allowed to speak at these meetings unless you've completed the steps. Like a lot of people, they're very hardcore. It was founded in North Carolina by the Saint Hyannis group or something like that. It is a very thorough way to go through the steps. And I need that in my life. Like, there's a reason why all my prison records say model inmate, this and that, because I thrive in structure. When I'm left to my own demise, I don't do so well. So the only program that worked for me was a place where I was told to sit down and shut up and listen and learn. And the 4-step that I went through, they weren't worksheets. And I'm not saying anything's wrong, like with normal AA or people doing worksheets. I'm strictly speaking on my own experience. Like, I need more. Like, I need to get to the meat and potatoes of why I was doing what I was doing. I needed to be told. I mean, you can sit there. I can sit there and talk for freaking days. I needed to be told to just be quiet and listen and go that way. So it's very important, especially if you, to me, if you're going to go through the process, try to find someone who's gone through it. There's a reason why this program has worked for millions and millions of people. And it all started out with just a couple guys in Akron, Ohio, who felt that just sharing their story and talking with other people in that situation is what worked. There's a reason why it's successful. So yeah, definitely, it's, to me, very important.
Yeah, I agree. You know, to go through them, just personally speaking, like I said, we're just speaking on personal experience. But yeah, I need to do it with somebody that has been through them all and continuously lives through them on a daily basis, and that's part of their daily maintenance or daily routine. And you know, otherwise they just kind of see it as the blind leads the blind, like, you know what I mean? And especially when you go back to, if we speak of, you know, where it was really founded, because there's an A for everything today. But if you go back to the root of everything, where it started, you know, the writer of that book did not like to repeat any words. So that's why it's so damn difficult for people just reading on their own to understand what the hell these words mean, and what the context is of them. And that's simply because that's he didn't like to repeat the same word twice. So a lot of the words mean the same thing. They're just different verbiage of what he's trying to say. And a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah, you know, it's, you know, if you're going through a 12-step process, definitely learn about the history.
Yeah.
You know, because it's pretty amazing what those guys did. You ready, buddy?
Yes, sir.
This is the best shot ever.
It is. Hold on.
He never brought another banana to work again.
Hold on. You got. I don't think it was on your screen when you said, so make sure it goes over to your screen.
Can you see it?
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that everybody, you got to say something again. So there you go.
He never brought another banana to work. I swear to God, he never ate another banana.
Oh my God, dude. We might have to have him sign a waiver to release that.
Oh, dude, he won't care. Dude, so he's not even, you know, he's not one of us. 2 years ago when we hiked Mount Washington, 4th largest mountain on the East Coast, he donated to the cause, and he even climbed the freaking mountain, dude. And like, great guy, wears a Climb for Recovery bracelet on his wrist every single day. And yeah, great dude. Great dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've never seen him eat another banana again.
Yeah. All right, I got let's see, 2 more. Let's see, how about what are the most important traits you look for in a woman, physically and non-physical?
Like
I think this one's targeted at you, Trav.
I don't, be a go-getter. You know, yeah. Don't sit around and wait for permission to do something. Be a go-getter. Be in charge of your own life. Did they say physical too?
Yes, physical, not physical.
Yeah, non-physical is, you know, yeah, just be you. You know, chase your own goals, chase your own dreams. Don't ever settle just because you're in a relation. In general, like, not even just speaking on like what someone should be looking for, like in general, like, you know, be your own person. You know, like, don't stop your dreams just because you're dating somebody. As far as physical, you know, be able to strip down a pineapple.
Yeah, right. It's all about the twist and tug.
Yeah, like yeah, the twist and tug and the rub and tug.
Right, man.
Go a long way.
Yeah, exactly. For me, I don't know. For me, I have what I've always been looking for, luckily. So those of you that know my fiance Jen, that right there sums it up. And she is a go-getter. She is empathetic. She is caring. She is loving. She's amazing, man. And she's everything, honestly, that I could ever ask for or look for in a woman. She's my #1 fan and right in my corner. She's my cut, man. She's my everything, man. And I'm blessed to have her in my life, man. Truly, truly blessed. So I am taken, and that's what I'm sticking to. So, all right, one more I got here. Let's see. If you were transported 400 years into the past with no clothes, how would you prove you're from the future?
Well, if I showed up with no clothes, they'd already know because they don't build them like this back then.
That was a fantastic answer.
They just don't build them like that back then.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Am I stepping out of a spaceship or am I just like poof there?
Yeah, you're just like, bang, you're there.
Right.
You're there.
Because if the village people track me, they're gonna go, oh my God, this guy's got 3 legs. Like, what's going on? And it's like, they'll know. They'll know.
I can't, man. I fucking can't. All right. Yeah, I don't know, dude. If trans 400 years, no clothes, how would you First of all, I don't think I'd want to prove that I'm from the future. I'd probably pull a Marty McFly and grab an almanac and start making bets. You know what I mean?
Dude, what are you going to bet on 400 years ago?
Dude, the ponies, anything. There was some shit going on back then.
400 years ago.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. Probably, I think tattoos would give it away. I don't think they were tattooing like this 400 years ago.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, and another way is if I knew I was being transported 400 years ago, even though I would not have Wi-Fi reception, I'm putting the phone in the safe and I'm at least playing Pong or I'm playing friggin' what's that friggin' train where you run in front of the train and you're trying to friggin' I'd play something. I'd be playing something.
Oh man. That's
I still have my music. I'd still have my music downloaded.
Oh God. That's what I got on my end, man. You got anything?
No, that was about it. But I want to know what time period 400 years ago were. And why do I gotta show up naked?
Because your clothes would give it away. Like, what are you wearing right now? Because what did they wear then? What did they wear 400 years ago? Dude?
Well, I have this awesome new shirt under this hoodie.
Oh yeah, let's take a look at it.
I'd stand up, but Mike, you know, when we do these podcasts, I don't wear any pants.
Yeah, I never wear pants, dude.
Dude, look. You know, I was a little disturbed that I got put on the left nipple until I realized Mike's mouth is literally right on Daddy's nipples.
So guys, you got the bag too. So just so everybody knows too, that is the Stigma Ends Here official podcast t-shirt. We'll probably plan on doing some giveaways with those too, guys.
Yeah, that's just amazing. I got that in the mail today from a really sweet friend of mine.
Really, what was his name?
I don't. Dude, the note just said, "Let's fucking go."
Yes, it did.
That's what the note said. But yeah, I absolutely love it. And on the back, it says Recovery Army Outreach and Climb for Recovery. And yeah, dude, I've never had my face on a shirt. I've never had a man as close to my nipple as you are right now.
You're welcome. You're welcome, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, moving forward, yeah, there it is. So moving forward too, yeah, we're hoping, we can do some giveaways and stuff like that too, and give away some podcast t-shirts and stuff for people to support the podcast. And you guys can do that on all the platforms, stuff like that. There's ways to support us as well, but just by tuning in, man, is a big support for us. Just to continue to listen, share the podcast. Make sure you guys go and like the Facebook page at The Stigma Ends Here. Give it a follow, share it to some people. We appreciate the support. We take the time out to talk with you guys, and that's all we ask is, and we're just grateful and blessed that you spend the time listening to us, two fools, just talking life and talking recovery.
Dude, I got one more question, Mike.
All right,
we're freaking 3 episodes in. What's it like working with Travis?
It is interesting. It is unpredictable.
Frustrated.
But it's awesome, dude. It's awesome, man. We talked, like I said before, like we talked about it months ago. And we're just like putting out there, we should do this. We should do this. And I'm like, yeah, we should. And then finally to nail it down and to do it. It's awesome, dude. It's awesome. And I see, and the things that are coming up are just mind blowing, like amazing, man. I think we're setting a bar pretty damn high with guests and things like that. Some pretty big music artists and stuff like that, which is fantastic, man. And I think the sky's the limit, man. And we got a lot of support out there already. So
yeah, I'm excited about it, but I will definitely make this clear. Mike puts in a lot of time trying to put this stuff together. He puts in the work, he puts in the elbow grease, and he basically just says, hey, Trav, show up. And, I show up and, we get it done. But yeah, Mike's definitely the driving factor, and awesome, dude. I love doing it with you. And, if we could just get you out of that beard and get you into a man's beard, dude, everything would just be freaking great. I shaved mine a little bit today.
Did you?
Yeah.
I might let mine go a little bit more just because you keep giving me shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll pass that in no time.
I remember my first started beard.
I took it down, dude. So, all right. So real quick before we hop off, just for I think I showed you this. And the listeners on the podcast are probably like, they can't see anything clearly. So please follow our Facebook page so we put the video up so you guys get to see some of these things that we show you as well. But this was me after I got clean and sober, had to go back to jail. And this is me when I come out, and no one believes that it's me.
Dude, you look like you just came straight off a West Side Connection music video shoot.
Yeah, dude, I look like I ate Rick Ross. It's like the white Rick Ross, dude. Yeah,
so,
don't believe
thank you guys
for
joining, for sure. Yeah, definitely follow us on Facebook. The Stigma Ends Here. Also check out our personal group pages, Recovery Army Outreach, Climb for Recovery. We appreciate this. This is not as fun as it is without you listeners, without the people checking us out on TikTok, all the other platforms that we do. We're excited about the future. We're excited about having the guys that we're going to have on. And, this show is going to be about you guys. It's going to be about humor. It's going to be about life situations. It's going to be about recovery. It's going to be about loss. It's going to be about tragedy. But it will always be a safe place where you guys can come in, hear a couple of guys just muck it up, have some fun and laugh. And, we get through this together.
Yeah, man. That's what it's about, dude. Rule number 62, right, Trav?
Yes. Don't take yourself so seriously.
Yes, sir. So, guys, Travis said it all. So much more in store. Definitely stay plugged in. Next week, we'll do something special. And then the following week, we should be having B-Rain come on and be a guest. So if you don't know who that is, I strongly suggest that you YouTube, follow on socials. B-Rain, a fantastic music artist, man, who happens to be in recovery. So it's going to be a pretty cool Q&A. It's going to be awesome.
Yes. Over 10 years clean. It's opened up for Macklemore, worldwide, cross-country tours. Dude's amazing. Gives awkward hugs, but amazing.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna sign off. That's it for us. It's a wrap for episode 3. And as you know, as you can see, these are never scripted, never edited. We just do it. We go in and do it, and this is just how we talk on a normal basis with each other. So stay tuned in. I'm gonna get this uploaded to all the platforms. Guys, make sure you check it out and give us a follow. And we will see you next week with episode 4. We love you. God bless.
Peace.